Let's say hello to Kyle Turley, who spent 10 years as an offensive lineman in the National Football League. Kyle, at its loosest while you were playing, what was the availability outside normal channels of painkillers for you as a player?
Bob, when I came in the league in '98, there were still pretty loose policies. Post game, you'd obviously have your if you were a certain player, it obviously went one way than it did for others, but it was readily available. I mean,
trainers?
For the majority of my career, I think, yeah, well, trainers for what?
For distributing pills?
Trainers would distribute pills. You go on an away game and you're on the plane and you're flying home, and there's some guys with some serious injuries, and trainers would, come down the aisle and know who needs to get what. But, they've already potentially seen a doctor, but not everybody would.
How did that attitude and availability of prescription painkillers change or morph through your time in the league? You last played in 2007.
I didn't see it change or morph personally. I mean, still to this day, I believe they allowed Toradol shots right before a game, which is a painkiller that allows you to pretty much play a game without feeling much of anything. So, those are pretty much handed out right before a game, and I don't know that that's changed. And that's done in the locker room. And, guys might get upset that people talk about these things and give it away, but, the mentality does need to change. And it's unfortunate that things like this are considered just only ripple effects.
You're in your mid-30s. You've been out of the game, as we said, since 2007, and now you're a professional musician touring the country. How much on a daily basis is pain a part of your post-football life, and how do you deal with it?
Oh, it's a daily, process to deal with it. I've had back injuries, had surgeries, and it's an unfortunate thing of the game of football. It is what it is. As professional football players that have played a lengthy period of time, we don't enjoy guaranteed contracts, so you've got to go every game. Otherwise, your job's taken. So it takes its toll. And, the older I get, I notice the years go by, the harder it is to get out of bed, and that's for sure. So, pain medication, sleep medication, all of these things are definitely a part of my day.
And is it fair to say that at times, or how often, you might use more than prescribed or suggested on an over-the-counter medication? I try to keep things personally a little more on an alternative medical thing. I don't really believe in all these painkillers that they prescribe people. It's unfortunate that we allow these doctors to create these chemicals and put in our bodies, and yet a thing like, a simple thing like a plant that grows out of the ground is continuing to be illegal in this country when it provides a number of medical uses and release for individuals for pain and all kinds of other ailments. And, I try to think that life could be better as long as I take care of myself and allow nature to help me. And hopefully that will be the case. I take certain pain medications when it gets too tough. I got my Vicodin and I got my Flexerol for my sleep. And, it helps me to get through those real tough days. But can I assume the plant you're referring
I'm better
to
off than most.
The plant you're referring to is cannabis, right?
Yes,
okay.
that would be the one.
Just get on the record. Okay. We had the response from the NFL medical director, basically saying, the advisor, that this league does more than any other segment of American society. It's a societal issue. What can the culture of football do here to address this?
Well, let's just first of all get it straight in what the league does do. And that is, when you're done playing football, they wash their hands of you and they walk away. There's no human resource person that you see when you are at your last day of work that guides you through a process of having to adjust to retired life and having to figure out what to do all over again. So let's get that straight. The league ain't doing their job and the union's not doing their job.
Your quick fix would be what?
Quick fix to this is to negotiate a proper collective bargaining agreement that is not governed simply by the almighty dollar, and look at the individuals that are being affected by this game and take care of them.
All right, Kyle Turley, we appreciate your time and good luck with your musical career. Thanks so much for your time today.